Just make sure that the answers that you give to that are nice and tangible and are concrete in the real world example. The danger with this stuff, with the esoterical, with the personal development stuff, and when you start moving into the area of, because when you're chunking right up, right, you can lose people because it all becomes metaphorical, or it all becomes very airy-fairy, as we say. So by grounding it with more tangible terms that people have a familiarity with, and that's what you say by, what do I mean by? That's chunking down. You give explanations, and whenever you explain a chunked up concept, like shining light from within, for example, just make sure that the answers that you give to that are nice and tangible and are like concrete in the real world example, words people are familiar with. And if that feeling of familiarity then gets linked up to a bigger concept, then that feeling of familiarity rises through the chunking levels, and now they are area. Normally up here, some people are like, yeah, I don't get that, I don't get spirituality, I don't get this airy-fairy. But when we come to the concrete, and that then that feeling lends itself all the way through that chain, now they've got a feeling of clarity and familiarity and concreteness about bigger concepts like that. Because people who are thinking this way, it's quite interesting, because if you think about it, your audience who really need your help are the people who are down here, at the level of concreteness. They're the people who are, thinking all the time, etc., right? The people who solve problems, blah, 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 busy at work. So they're down here in the tangible world, and what you're trying to do is get them to this world up here, where you're in a different space, where there's more creativity, and more freedom and all this, right? Yeah, exactly. But if you communicate in such a way that you stay up here, then all the people down here don't get it. So you only end up preaching to the already converted. Do you understand? And to be really helpful, you've got to be able to reach the people who don't get it initially. Does that make sense? And such that they are ultimately becoming your clients.